Let's work. My weed is cheesy. My girl don't tease me. I got a crib with 16 TVs. Make money easy. They call me.
Yo, what up? Welcome to the Wandering Goat podcast, presented by Kosmik Brands, which is the greatest company on planet Earth.
Greatest ever.
And we got J Money back there on the ones and twos. We're trying a little bit different setup. We're actually at a university. This will probably be the only episode we get to film here after I say what I'm going to say on the microphone.
It seems a little weird, doesn't it?
I mean, we're going to talk about cannabis. Which, you know, they said it was cool. So they haven't seen my stuff. They haven't seen how I do it yet. So
maybe they have.
Well, maybe they. I mean, let's be honest. They probably have.
Maybe they're just setting you up for like the police to be here when you come out or something. I don't know. We'll
J Money on the ones and twos. We've got Kirsten in here as well. She
K-Time, what's up?
Brought what I can only assume is a mountain lion. I think it's a dog. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've got my buddy Cosmic Kirk here with me. What is up? How are you doing, my man? What'd you do last night?
You know what I did do?
Okay, so it sounds interesting. Let's get into it.
I picked up my dogs from the dog trainer.
Your dogs from the dog trainer?
Yeah, my dogs from the dog trainer. It's crazy.
What kind of dogs do you have?
Two Dachshunds.
Two Dachshunds. Dachshunds, do they need training, or are they just like guard dog
they
training?
need training, but they're stubborn as you, and they didn't take any of the training.
How old are they?
The one's 2 and one's 1.
Okay, so they're young enough to still like suck.
And they put the collar on them, you know, like a little bit.
Do they really?
Yeah, it's bad. Yeah. So we're at Mitch Park till like 9 o'clock trying to get them to follow direction, which wasn't very, very good.
Training Dachshunds sounds terrible.
Good times, yeah. Good times. That's excitement in the Fuquay household. How about you? I'm sure you had a little more.
You do not want to know about my night.
I'm training
definitely more interesting than that. But I don't know that I can. I told you about it earlier, off camera, which is where stories like that belong.
Yes, yeah, they do. If it's that one does for sure. So, the goat being the goat and full of turmoil as normal.
The goat
in his
did
love life.
Goat-like things.
Yes.
But anyway, I'm the sales goat, and we're having our first episode in this studio, which is so much fun, and we're going to talk
it's
about.
It's kind of cool. It's a cool studio.
I like it.
I like it a lot. I mean, the setup's really great, and I'm really glad that we're here and giving it a shot. So.
This one is actually necessary that I wear my sunglasses in the studio. That's how bright it is. I have like 3 or 4 like square paneled lights just hitting me like a freight train right now. So I'm going to wear the shades anyway. Everybody knows that, but I'm definitely wearing them in here.
Yep. Douche feel all day, but we like it. We like it. It's the goat. It's what he does.
So we're going to show you guys some really cool videos.
That's what we do. That's what we do, right?
Yeah,
we show videos. We talk about it.
We make Cosmic.tv, which we love. J Money, again, in the house. He shot the one that we're going to show you here in a minute. Why don't you help me kind of set this one up? What is this?
So, I mean, the big thing, we've had a lot of stuff kind of going on in the cannabis industry lately here in Oklahoma specifically. And Cannacon came down. And for those that don't know what Cannacon is, give us a brief description of what Cannacon is. So.
Cannacon is a national cannabis convention that goes from different cities. I think they have one in Detroit this coming up weekend, but it's awesome. We got to have it at the new, what was that convention center we're at, Jay? What was that called? The new one by the Omni?
Oklahoma City Convention Center.
Oklahoma City Convention Center.
Wow,
that sounds pretty vanilla, so I'm not sure if that was the actual
What a great name that he came up with for that. He just totally slung that off this cuff.
So the Oklahoma City Convention Center. Actually, I think that was what it was called. It said OKCCC or whatever. So it was so nice.
It's so nice.
Hooked to the Omni, which has got to be the nicest new hotel in Oklahoma. If you haven't been down there, you should go check it out. There's really cool restaurants attached. But this new convention center was so nice. It just gave a whole different feel to this event. So it was fun. We had a nice Kosmik booth set up.
Cannacon's a cool event because it's a B2B event, so it's for and this is for the whole southern region, this particular event. So it's covering, all these people from all these different states that come here to show different products or different things that can help you in your cannabis business, as well as brands and stuff that are there. And it's not really a lot of brands there typically, but we always like to make a presence there because it was really our first event we ever had there back a year ago, really. We got a lot of traction off of it, and we feel like we're kind of, we should definitely be a part of it. And I'm glad we did. It was a great event, and we got to meet a lot of great people. And like I said, B2B is a different feel for us. It's not the same level as with the customers are there, the consumers are there. We're a little bit more tame than what we are in a consumer event. But still, I think we had a nice booth. And, you know, the crazy thing about it is just kind of our transition, or not the transition, but our transport of how we got there was a little different than what you might expect, you know.
Yes, it was.
Because some people mess stuff up around here as normal. So what are we going to do, right?
That's right. I think we went in a Toyota Fiesta or whatever kind of car that was.
Very nice car.
I think I've never seen a two-door three-seater. Usually it's like 2 or 4 seats.
Yeah, two-door three-seater is pretty awkward.
And I was.
It was a four-door. It was a four-door. Was it?
It was.
Yeah,
it was
definitely
a four-door.
Yeah.
And I was dead center in the cockpit, fighting for my life.
Were you ever? Were you ever? Man, it could have been so much easier if you'd have just done what you were supposed to, but of course not. The goat is always wondering and always being rogue. Right,
So,
being rogue, the rogue goat. Let's going to change it to that.
I was irresponsible and fucked it up, but it's a funny video, so we shot this at Kosmik TV. Check it out.
All right, guys, you ready to go to Cannacon 2021? Let's get going. Everybody get your hands in here. Let's go. Cannacon! Hey, AJ, did you get the van?
A few moments later.
Damn it, AJ, why didn't you get a van? They didn't have any.
Hang on, everybody, we're almost there. That was just good fun.
That was just a good time all around, right? Dude, I tell you what, man, I am so glad that y'all didn't make me get in that little bitty ass car. It'd been such a bad thing.
Yeah, of course, you didn't see Kirk in the video. Actually, you did see Kirk in the video. He got us prepped in the beginning, and then he went and got in his Range Rover and made his way to Cannacon.
Whoa. After I inspire, okay, I need to have a luxury trip to this event. That's just how it works, right? So it was so much fun to get in there in the kitchen and get everybody kind of fired up. I come to the event and everything that happened with it, and then the video was really we got tons of compliments on this video. So I can't tell you how many people came up to me at Cannacon and go, man, I love the car video. It was so funny. So
I got like 2,000 views on my page, which was a lot for that video.
Yeah.
But yeah, it seemed like people liked it for whatever reason, and we shot it so quick. It's funny because we shoot so many different kinds of videos, but you never know what people are going to like. And I know Jay was rushed to storyboard that one, and it was funny.
When do I not rush Jay? Jay, when do I not rush you?
We're not going to rush you anymore,
Never.
Jay.
We always rush Jay. So AJ calls me in the middle of the night. He's like, bro, I've got this idea. What if we do a clown car video? I'm like, a fucking clown car video? What are you talking about?
I always know if it's a good idea or not because you either like it right away or you're like, nah, we're not doing that.
It's just, it just seems dumb typically. But this particular one was pretty good, and it seemed very doable with the idea. But I think, so for me, my favorite scene, other than me, my cameo appearance of getting everybody fired up, two things, favorite scene. The scene whenever I ask you where the van is and then you give us the look. Can you do that? Can you do the look? The one where like, oh shit, I'm confused. What happened? Look, can you do it? That's the one. And the second one is the shot of Kirsten and Eli with their face pressed against the window.
That's pretty funny.
Kirsten, that was like the best shot of you. I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, I was just glad I was wearing sunglasses.
Exactly. Well, there you go. See, you know what it's like to be the goat to hide behind the sunglasses, and people can't tell it's you.
Glad to be wearing sunglasses.
And my smooth man hanging out the window there too. That was so
good.
fun. Yeah, it was an awesome video. I think I wish we'd had the back shots of the video of the magic of the video. With all the people trying to get through the car.
B-roll.
Yeah, dude. It was funny. So it was great.
And then we got to Cannacon, and it was a lot of fun. We got to meet a lot of really cool people. we got to meet the Pop Brothers at Law, which was a lot of fun.
Yeah, like your heroes or something.
I followed.
He
those
had
guys.
a little man crush on him.
He
had a little man crush.
They're
on
like
him. Jay, did he have a man crush on him?
Absolutely.
He had a man crush on him.
They're very established in the cannabis world. They're probably the most famous cannabis attorneys in the United States.
And you know what you should do if you get pulled over by the cops?
Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up. That's right.
that's for you guys. But that was a lot of fun, and we got to interview them. They got to do Shut the Fuck Up Friday, which we set up for them with Jim Belushi.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Got them to do that. You know, we went to the after party and did that. But hey, did you see any of the stuff on Instagram where they were speaking at the event, the Pop Brothers? And then they had the crowd.
Oh,
there,
yeah.
They had the crowd there, and then they turned the camera up, and then they did the whole, the whole, what do they call it? What's the script for the day?
Yeah, the script for the day. Yeah.
And they did it, and they made everybody in the
Just a
crowd.
script.
Yeah, they made everybody in the crowd say, "Shut the fuck up."
Yeah, I didn't see that.
Yeah, I did see that. See, I actually look at Instagram sometimes.
Well, we got to go up into the green room and interview Jim Belushi, which was super cool because it's like, he's a very famous actor, long career. It's funny because, like, since I was a kid, I mean, he's been acting since before I was born, but watching him, like, he's been in movies that you don't even remember that you saw.
Okay, so crazy thing. I was watching a movie this weekend, Trading Places.
Okay.
See if you guys remember this. Trading Places.
Is that Dan Aykroyd?
Dan Aykroyd is the thing. And then, do you remember on the train on New Year's Eve, the guy in the gorilla suit? It's Jim Belushi.
Is it really? Why in a gorilla suit?
It's Jim Belushi. He's in a gorilla because it's New Year's Eve, and it's the last where they're getting the briefcase with the orange juice predictions or whatever they're stealing from the guy, and they're on the train, and everybody's dressed up because it's New Year's Eve, and everybody's dressed up crazy, and he's dressed up like a gorilla. Remember, they have the pet gorilla, or they have a real gorilla that's on the train.
I'd have to watch it again. It's been too long.
They take the guy that they steal the orange juice predictions to and put him and tape his mouth up and put him in the gorilla suit in there with the real gorilla, and that gorilla takes advantage of him.
That's funny.
But it was Jim Belushi was in it. That's like the first thing I can remember seeing him in, and that's kind of crazy how, if you see the relationship facilitate between him and Dan, I'm sure they had a relationship for a long time. But yeah, it just comes like, oh damn, that's Jim.
Well, I hope
he's
super involved in Oklahoma cannabis now, so I hope when he comes back and we have him at RelaxPark, where we're the presenting sponsor, that he brings Dan Aykroyd, because I think that it would be just absolutely hilarious to meet Dan Aykroyd in person.
I was really Redbird.
Yeah.
Obviously, is the partners with him for their to license to come in and bring his product, and I helped a lot on putting that all together. So I helped on putting together the band, trying to find a band, and the band was crazy because,
and boy, did you find a band! Like that band was rocking.
They had, it's like
Eddie's Blues Band.
Yeah, it's like a 12-piece band or something. They
were getting after it.
So what I did was I called like Mojo's, which is the oldest blues bar here in the state.
You need musicians, you call a music venue.
There you go. And then he was able to put it together. It's like a dream come true for them to be able to play with Jim.
That's cool. That's really cool.
They were super excited because they played his music forever and then actually do it.
Yeah.
But it was so funny. I helped facilitate that to get it there, and then they were trying to get Dan here, and so the Redbird people were trying to get Dan here. They're going to send their jet up to go get him and all this stuff. But I think what the deal was is that he had to be back. He was in Canada. Okay, he lives in Canada, and then the way the restrictions are, I think,
who
is
lives in Canada?
Dan Aykroyd.
Oh, sweet.
So they were going to have. He was going to come too.
Oh, he was.
Yeah, he
was.
Yeah, I was in the middle of all this trying to get it facilitated, but he was going to come. But the problem is that he had to be back at the event, and then Canada is much more locked down on COVID than what we are.
Is it really?
Yeah, and they were going to make him do like a quarantine when he came back in. And he was going to miss a date or something like that.
Man.
So it just didn't work out that he could come in with his schedule. But
COVID.
Jim did a good job though, man, and it was crazy. So we were upstairs in the green room with him and hanging out with him. And after you did your amazing interview with him, which we'll see in another podcast, it's a whole nother podcast.
That's a whole other podcast. We're not going to watch it on this podcast. You're going to have to stay tuned for the best interview I've ever given.
Yeah, it was, and I would agree with that. It was really good. You're really really had a lot of good information. It was good. I was impressed. So, and it's hard to impress me.
It was fun. Everybody was in there watching. It was a really cool setup. You can go check me out at sales_goat for some previews to that we're going to be posting.
Shameless plug. Anyway, so but Jim, you know, to try to get Dan there was cool, but we didn't work out. But when he asked, what kind of band do you want, right? And he said, oh, just give me any blues band. It'll be fine. You know, it's only a 2-chord deal. They should figure it out. I'll send them sheet music. Well, it'll be easy. So literally 8 people in this band. So I got like horns. I got like a guy with can play the saxophone. The guy could actually play 2 saxophones, actually is what they said. Oh. They didn't do it. You know, guitar, steel guitar, piano, all this stuff. So he started piling people on the deal, you know. Right. So all these people on stage, which was really good. But the crazy thing is the performance they did was totally impromptu. Like literally just off the cuff and totally winged it, because 2 of the guys from the 8-piece band came up and talked to Jim for 5 minutes.
I know. We saw it, but it was totally rocking. It was rocking the whole time. Everybody in the crowd loved it. It's crazy because, like, you know, I don't really know Jim Belushi for his music as much, and I know he's a good musician, but as much as I know him for his acting.
His movies,
but we got to talk to him about some really cool stuff. But that show was rocking. RelaxPark was rocking. And we actually have some really cool footage that we can show you, kind of a highlight reel. We're going to be releasing the interviews that I did. I got to do interviews, you know, just with our friends at Cannabis, other vendors, people that are doing cool stuff in cannabis. So I kind of rolled around Cannacon and did some of that. There was a monkey. There was all kinds of weird stuff going on. So you can watch the highlight video and then be staying tuned on our pages to be checking out the interviews and everything live the way that we did them. But check this out. Cannacon was a blast. That whole weekend, it just tied together. I love it when we do that because you just get so in the pocket of these events. Like you go, and then you sleep, which is few and far between when we're rocking it from like a Thursday to a Sunday, because there's after parties. People want us to show up. There's things that we sponsor and all the stuff.
All the setup before everything. Yeah, it's a lot that goes into
And Cannacon was cool. I mean, like, the event itself was cool. Being in the Omni was cool just because that place is so new and nice and all that stuff. But there were a lot of other really cool booths. Leafy Pack was really cool.
Yeah, I can't believe these people. I mean, we set up the Black Hole Experience, which is a lot, right? It's a lot into that. But these people, or wherever, other events we're going to do in the future too. Still, but the point, these guys set up like whole entire labs or whole entire things that they get shipped into this event from around the country, and then they got people that set up these big elaborate machines. We do elaborate booths, but they do elaborate machines.
Well, my boy Josh Wyrick from Grassfire last year brought in a shipping container that they grow pot in, which I thought, how did they even get that in there?
I know, right?
That was weird. Weirdly awesome, Josh. Shout out to Grassfire. And then our friends Redbird were there. Nicole Paris from Redbird asked me out on camera. Did you get to see that? You didn't. You did see it. You didn't see it.
I did see it, but I think that's a lie.
Okay, all right, fair enough. What were you going to say?
Let's change that. Let's change the subject on that. We'll talk about that in another episode. Oh my God. No, your man Shannon from Grassfire, dude, he did the coolest thing for me.
Let's hear it.
He did the coolest thing, but didn't even know he was doing the coolest thing for me. So Shannon, thanks, bro. So everybody knows, well, I don't know if you don't know this, but I'm from Louisiana, right? So I'm a Louisiana.
That's why we call him Bayou Bob.
Exactly. But I'm from Louisiana, and I'm a huge football fan. Don't hold it against me. I'm an LSU fan. For all the Oklahoma people hate me for that, but it's okay.
No, be true to you, man.
And I'm also a Saints fan.
Yes, big.
I'm a Saints fan. So I want to talk about the last couple weeks. I've had the opportunity to meet two Saint legends, right? Two people are infamous and Saint legends. Number one, Ricky Williams.
Awesome.
Super cool. Heisman Trophy winner.
Best Saints running back of all time?
I don't know.
Top 5.
Yeah, top 5. Not best, though. He had a great career there. He did really well. And how things went. And I think he did a little better when he was at Miami. But no, he was amazing for what we gave up to give him. He was a great player. But Shannon brings over Kyle Turley.
The man.
Kyle Turley is this big, huge
beast
dude. He was a tackle in the NFL for years. He played for the Rams in Kansas City and a couple other teams. But he brought him over and was like, hey, this is Kyle Turley. And it took me a second. Like, oh, shit, Kyle Turley, wait a minute. You're the guy that threw the helmet. Do you remember that when they had a fight on the field back?
We talked about this. He had
a fight on the field, and he ripped the dude's helmet off and threw it. He was definitely
he was a monster.
Yeah, man, I want to try to get him on the podcast. I think it'd be cool. So we exchanged numbers, and I was excited to meet him. So thanks, Shannon, for that, to meet him. He's a really great guy, and he's got a great story, a great cannabis story about how he dealt with pills and different things coming out of the NFL and how cannabis saved him. So I'm gonna try to make a call with him.
That'd be really cool to get him on the show.
No pressure,
I would love to get him on the show. Definitely pressure Kyle Turley. You're coming on the show. I used to use you on Madden. I won't say what year Madden I was playing, but I used to use you on Madden because he would split out as a tight end and catch touchdowns.
Do the little drop.
Yeah.
That's kind of tough, man.
So that was tricky. I loved it. But Kyle Turley, awesome. We definitely need to get him on the show.
Dude, I mean, and the other cool thing, like, I love it when Comet works the crowd. Do you see
fun.
Comet working the crowd, and he goes out?
Everybody loves that.
They love him.
Fucking astronaut. It's so funny. It's like,
hey, bro.
I don't know who's more well known for Kosmik.
Who's jealous? Wait a minute.
That motherfucker.
Who's jealous?
Because let me tell you right now, Comet, I'm coming for you. You're an asshole.
Everybody likes Comet. Nobody likes to go.
But it's so much fun. Like, I think it has a lot to do with the levels that we go to with marketing and the videos that we make and stuff like that, where we get to meet like really cool people. I mean, we've got to meet, and it's only like getting cooler and cooler. I mean, we've met Johnny Manziel, Paul Wall, of course. You got to meet Ricky Williams, Kyle Turley, like all these really cool people. And it's just like it keeps going.
And Chewbacca. You got to meet Chewbacca.
That was funny. I mean, Jay Money was more excited about that than I think anybody, but that was a lot. I
am a Star. As you know, for a May the 4th be with you video, I'm a little bit of a Star Warsy guy too myself.
Yes.
The Chewbacca, dude. Talk about commitment. commitment to walk around in the heat in that suit, because he wore that suit all day long.
But that's the beauty of the event at Cannacon this year, was it was so just pleasant and nice in there. It wasn't too hot. It wasn't too cold.
Jay, did you guys see the Han Solo guy that was with him?
No, I did not see that.
Did you see the Han Solo?
I didn't see a Han Solo guy.
At RelaxPark at the after party,
really,
Han Solo was with him, and this dude totally broke character. He's walking around with his helmet.
Yes.
But Han Solo's with him. He's got a Han Solo full setup guy. All dressed out, right? Yeah. And they're over there taking pictures in front of the step and repeat, and all that stuff, pictures of people. Well,
you can't ever take off the mask if you're in character. That's why none of you have ever, nor will you see Comet with his helmet off. I've heard he looks like the Mountain in the last season of Game of Thrones.
No, what the reality is that he's so good looking that you're scared if he takes his mask off, he might take your spot. That's what it is.
We all know that that's impossible. I mean, people can see
he's extraordinarily
on
good looking.
screen. They can see me.
I'm one of the few people on earth that's seen behind the mask.
Yes.
And I know, and
I hear it's a horrible sight.
He's extremely good. I think he wears a mask to keep the ladies off of him, because you talk about,
now we're going to start a thing where girls are going to think he's handsome under there. He's not. Okay, maybe he is. I can't say.
Yeah.
He is. See, Jay knows. Jay knows. Anyway, it's a
fuck comment.
But he does such a good job walking around, and the crowd just gravitates to him, right?
Right.
And everybody wants to come over and come take pictures with him, do all that stuff. And I think it's fun for us.
Well, we might actually get some footage of Comet or the nice, beautiful people that we talk to. But every time that a dog walks past, you've got Jay Money following the dog around with the camera everywhere he goes.
Jay is totally enamored by, totally distracted, like squirrel, but it's a dog.
He's going to walk into our boardroom one day and be like, hey, guys, I accepted a position at Animal Planet.
Exactly. That's gonna be bullshit. Any animal, dude.
Don't go, Jay Money.
Okay, like the monkey. Like when he told me, "Oh my God, it's the monkey." He's like, "Kirk, it's a monkey." Oh my God, it's so great. It's the coolest thing.
That was the coolest fucking monkey I've ever seen in my life.
Who walks around with a monkey at an event, dude? You know what I'm saying?
Guy. So it was an endangered monkey.
Yeah.
If you a primate ubiquitous. What do you call it? There's got to be some. I'm going to disrespect the name of the monkey on accident, definitely, because it was some crazy species that is endangered, and this guy is really passionate about Ambassador Ty. That was his name, Ambassador Ty on Instagram.
Ty was his name, yeah.
The monkey from Colombia. He actually invited me to Colombia, and I need to hit him back because I found my passport, and if I could go to Colombia, I would definitely go.
But, okay.
Can I go to Colombia?
No, that might be a bad idea. No. The cartel might keep you down there. Because they go, the goat is here. He can sell lots of drugs. He can sell lots of drugs. We need the goat.
I only sell cannabis. All right. So
anyway, so the monkey was funny.
The monkey was funny. There were lots of interviews that were fun. My buddy David Eggers was there with Vertical Vibes.
What was your favorite booth other than ours? Because ours was cool. Ours is cool as it could be. Because here's the thing. It's a business-to-business deal, so it's a little bit more conservative, and it was super quiet in there, so we had to I called AJ, and of course, he was supposed to be there at 10 o'clock, and who could guess what time he showed up? Anybody? I got to take votes. Who could guess what time? Supposed to be there at 10. What time he show up, Jay?
2 o'clock.
2 fucking o'clock.
I was sent on a wild goose chase.
So I asked him to go get a speaker because it's deathly quiet in this place.
He asked for a modest Bluetooth speaker.
Can you just get a Bluetooth speaker? This motherfucker brings a speaker that's like this tall.
It was fucking awesome, and we rocked that thing. And we're going to use that speaker again. That's what you got to remember.
100%.
But it was as big as this table, and it was awesome.
Made our neighbors
all
mad.
All kinds of stuff. We had this just square in the booth next to us that kept coming over. I hope you watch. I hope you watch this. I don't care. I called you a square. Deal with it. And he kept coming over to our booth, being like, "Hey, could you please turn it down?" I'm like, dude, nobody's buying your
metal, whatever
irrigation pipe. We're trying to set an atmosphere over here. We're trying to have a nice time. This is a cannabis event. The dental convention is next door, kind sir.
Exactly. Okay, so the other guy was across from us. Right, was the guy with the raw papers.
That guy had to be the one making people mad. I thought he was hilarious. He was shooting them up in the air.
It was funny the first 10 minutes.
And
awesome. The first time he shot the papers up in the air,
it was magical every time.
It was like, oh yeah. And then he just started trashing up the floor and didn't pick these things up.
I walked around picking them up.
Come on, dude.
I don't know. I thought it was fun. I thought it was setting the mood. He was like just launching these things straight up in the air. It was cool.
Jay almost went straight like
J Money didn't
straight J Money to another level on him because he was trying to shoot those papers into the fan, into the hologram.
Yeah, that's not cool.
Jay was gonna like revert back to some violence that he had in his life before, and, try to unleash terror on him. Like a knife fight or something.
J Money is Guatemalan. I think that for
easy.
Yeah, so we had some characters in the.
He's shooting papers at our hologram, man. You don't shoot paper at a man's
papers
hologram.
At the hologram. We have these holograms that spin like fans, and they spin so fast that they create images that rotate, and they are badass.
They're 3D. They're 3D.
They're so cool. I don't even know how those were invented, but I'm glad that we have them, and nobody else does because we're Kosmik brands and we do cool, epic shit.
Was there any other cool booths you saw? Was another cool booth?
I mean, the Redbird booth had a lot of attention because Jim Belushi was hanging out over there, and they were giving away some really cool hats.
Hey, they gave him the microphone to the whole place.
That was cool. I mean, you're Jim Belushi. You walk in, they give you the microphone.
I don't know, man.
What was the one that was double decker that had like the whole metal structure?
That was Leafy Packer.
That was cool.
Yeah, Leafy Packer, which we've done some business with them, and then they do packaging for gummies, for flour, for all this stuff. And they have these big, huge machines. Actually, that machine we're looking at buying that particular machine.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, now I'm a lot more interested in them.
Yeah, it's super cool. So that way that we can get our packaging to go a little faster.
Can you give like a teaser about this machine? Do you want to on air?
No, it's super cool. So it's a rotating.
Oh, you're going to talk about it?
Yeah, it's a rotating bagger. So it can do I think it's like 30 bags 30 or 40 bags a minute. It's a lot.
I'm so excited.
It's like literally, it's super cool. So it's
dope. It's like this huge Willy Wonka looking fucking thing that fills the bags and like fills them full of air and like it does everything perfect and will hopefully make enough product that I can't outsell you anymore. You'll just keep making product, and I mean
that would be a good thing.
Before I was famous, they started calling me the sales goat because I'm so good at sales, right? And so I just need this machine to make more product.
You are magical. It's the sunglasses, I think, is the closer for everything, though, right?
It is my Samson's
because
hair.
The reason, honestly, I think it's kind of like the Medusa type effect. Because if you take the sunglasses off, that's when the close really happens. The smolder, right? When you can see into your eyes, that's when everything changes.
I'll go all the way through a pitch inside of a back room of a dispensary with the shades on.
Of course
I swear to God. Sorry, Jay, did you sneeze?
Jay was like, douchey.
Jay has a cold. Kirk's just a prick. And anyway, we're having too much fun.
Whatever works, brother. Whatever works. I'm fine.
We're having too much fun on this episode. Cannacon was so great.
Dude, and then the after party after that, right?
The RelaxPark. Are we going to talk about RelaxPark after party? All right, let's get into it.
This is the first really big event that's put together for RelaxPark.
What are we? We're the title sponsor.
We're the title THC sponsor. Okay. Yeah, which is super cool, by the way, guys. So it was so crazy whenever they invited us up there to come look at it, and then Jason, he's like, "Hey, this is what's going on. We got dispensary on site. We've got a bar on site, live music, and you can consume all this space."
Yeah, so
I was sign me up.
Quick breakdown of RelaxPark. It's the only venue like it in the country.
Yeah.
It is so cool. There's plenty of parking, which is awesome. So you walk in, and the dispensary is to the left. It's an absolutely beautiful dispensary.
The Garden of Whedon.
Garden of Whedon, chock full with Kosmik Brands products. And there's a beautiful little sitting area and stuff. And then you kind of move into the foyer or whatever you want to call it. Yeah. And there's this like big room where there's tables and like this big wall that looks like a library. You hang out in there, and then you go outside into the hub bar, and then outside it's all gravel and stuff, and there's a stage and picnic tables everywhere.
Yeah, they have a smaller stage.
Yeah,
and then the main
stage that also doubles as like a VIP if you're using it for that. And then they have the big, huge field with the big, huge stage. I don't even know how big that screen is. That's probably the biggest screen my likeness has ever been on, and our videos just flash on there constantly, and it is so much fun. So many DJs. My boy DJ Lightbright spins there. and so many other great DJs are coming through, and Machine Gun Kelly's going to come, and there's all kinds of cool acts coming all summer long. It's just going to be a fucking blast.
And that was the first really big event that they've had that kind of a show out, you know, where it was probably what 1,500.
We were packing the place. That's what we're going to do all summer.
People there, and then but there was a terrible rainstorm. Before, right after Cannacon. Like,
we got lucky that it cleared up, dude. I didn't think that was going to happen.
Yeah, so the rain stopped after, like, we went to a restaurant and literally it flooded.
And there were, what, 1,500 people there?
1,500 people still showed up. But the venue is so amazing. It was great. And then, like, with Jim, live performance and the DJs going. But it's such a good vibe. And I think everybody really had a good time at the venue. And it's really cool. And we've done some other stuff since then there, and we're going to continue to do a lot of cool stuff there. But you guys, if you haven't been to RelaxPark, you got to check it out. It's not just if you're a cannabis connoisseur either. I mean, it's a cool just place altogether if you just want to hang out.
Yeah, you don't have to be into cannabis or even like cannabis to come to RelaxPark and have a good time. So, but if you do like cannabis, RelaxPark is also a great place for you because you can smoke without judgment or fear of tyranny. Tyranny, yes. The man getting you down. But we were there giving out gummies like we were all day. We were giving uninfused gummies. But we want to give away gummies.
We were doing 75% off our product in the beautiful Garden of Whedon, though. And dude,
basically giving it away.
A lot of stuff moving.
Well, I bet we gave out thousands of samples of our new sour lemonade gummy that comes in 250 milligrams, 25 milligrams a gummy. Yep. That is one of my favorite gummies that we've ever made. When I saw it, I was like, sour lemon, that doesn't like that. Does that a flavor people do? And then when we finished it and it was actually done and we all started tasting it, I was like, this thing is bananas.
Lemon head. You know, like this is like the super sour. Yeah. Like this is the one. If you want sour, this is sour. It'll definitely get you.
Yeah, if you want a sour gummy that tastes exactly like the sweet gummies, eat Smokies. If you want a sour gummy that's actually sour, eat Kosmik.
Boom. Yeah, they're super sour, man. So it was cool to see everybody's reactions and stuff with that and do that. But, you know, we handed out all this stuff. We threw out shirts. Man, one of the coolest, if you watch on, maybe, Jay, you need to play this video whenever you do this, the video of us throwing the shirts out in the crowd. That was such a cool experience, and everybody got up there and they had a good time doing it. And then to see my man, the Silver Fox. Did you see the Silver Fox?
Chad Archer
dancing on that video. We got to get this video, Jay.
I don't know.
You got to pull this up.
I don't know if the Silver Fox knew that he was dancing. I
don't know if he did either. Well, boy, he was getting down. He has some moves, man.
He was having fun. He's really been
that
coming
video
out of the show.
when we're throwing the shirts and he's dancing is effing hilarious.
Do you have that? Do we have? Could we cut to? Can we not? We can cut to the.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay.
Look at it, dude.
The silver.
It's a silver. He's like the silver bird.
He gets down.
Dude,
you put like a thimble full of liquor in that guy, and he starts going bonkers.
Well, I think you know what it is, right? It's the lack of blood flow from those pants he wears. It doesn't.
I love it. I was like, is that a wife beater? Jesus, that's a dope ass look.
My man, Silver Fox, has got some style, son. He comes with it. So I don't know if it's just a thing for Kosmik. Like you just got to be super metro and cool to be a Kosmik salesperson.
He's like my counterpart on the sales team. He's fucking awesome.
We have to have him on here, man. He is a hoot.
Like, man. I get told, like, you know, by girls and shit that I look like I dress like I'm a drug dealer. This is just how I dress. So if I dress like I'm a drug dealer, fantastic. That's fine with me because I'm fucking swaggy as fuck. But like Chad Archer, like he really dresses like a drug dealer, but in a different way. Like I look like I'm driving my Escalade, I'm having a good time, like being cool or whatever. He looks like he maybe just popped somebody with a 6-gun and like flew over the border and then started selling real shit.
It's like a male stripper / drug dealer.
Yeah,
to be honest with you,
I'm into all of it.
Yeah,
I love the look. I'm into it.
But his dance moves were unbelievable. And then we were throwing, dude, the crowd went crazy on there. Those are good.
His dance moves are on point
They're
always. Well, that was so much fun.
Yeah.
We had a great time on this podcast.
Yeah.
As you can see, we've got another episode coming your way soon. I want to thank our sponsor, the notorious, greatest company on planet Earth, Kosmik Brands. This is the CEO, Kosmik Kirk. J Money has been on the 1 and 2s. This is the Wondering Goat podcast. I'm the sales goat. Let's work.
16 TVs, make money easy. They call me goat, you call me sleep.